Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to episode 13 of Studio Time with Ryos. In today's episode, we're going to be making some progressive house, but before we get into that, I do have a slight announcement to make. Drumroll. Guys, I'm going to be launching a Patreon. So the content is not going to be changing at all on YouTube. However, if you want to have more access, more content, you'll be able to join my Patreon. Hopefully by next month is when I plan on launching. You're going to be able to get the stems for any Studio Time with Ryos episode of your choosing. You'll be able to get some written feedback, and the tippy top expensive tier is going to be able to get a private one-on-one with myself. So this is stuff that's going to be coming next month, hopefully. I'm very excited, and I wanted to give you guys a small heads up. That is in the works, something to look forward to. But yeah, with that out of the way now, let's have a great session. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, episode 13. Let's get it. Today, my goal is to make maybe a summertime-esque progressive house track. I'm not too concerned about like the mood or the vibe of the track. I just want to get some really cool leads. That's my goal today. I want to hopefully design a new stack that I can use right now, obviously, and then also in the future for my next releases. We're going to start with good old Nexus today. Let's start with that pluck main lead type sound. This is going to be the most important one, so we'll check some bell sounds. Negative. This is going to take a while.
A few moments later.
Okay, so this is not a bell, obviously, but this can make for a really cool layer, so we're going to keep that. I think what I'm going to do right now, honestly, is just gather a bunch of sounds, and then I'll pile them all together, and then we'll go from there, make adjustments, take whatever out that we don't need, replace sounds, etc. So let's still look for a nice little pluck that we could use. This one might make for a cool little layer. Dude, I don't know why, but I have like a bias where a lot of good pluck sounds come from Nexus. Maybe that's just my experience, but that's definitely not the case. Like, other plugins have good pluck sounds, obviously. So I'm going to go to Spire. Let's try to switch it up today. Get a little out of my comfort zone. Damn, this is really weird, but I kind of like it. It's not exactly what I'm going for right now, but if I come across some cool sounds that inspire me, I'll take it all day. This pluck sounds pretty cool, too. Sort of like your standard super saw, just filtered down, but it might work out well. Wait a second. That can make for a sick support layer. It sounds really weird, but I'm pretty sure that'll work well. Now that we have a lot of plucks to choose from, I'm going to go ahead and get the essentials in. Gonna need that super high detuned saw that makes progressive house, and then just a monophonic lead to provide body to the lead stack. Okay, this was an accident, but I did find another lead sound that might work well for the pluck. Okay, this might be good for the stack. This might be good for the stack. This might be good for the stack. And then I'm going to get one more basic that I know works well. Big room 1. Cool. Okay, so now I have 1,000,001 leads now to choose from. This is what I like doing sometimes. I just gather a bunch of sounds that I think sound cool, and then I sort of plug and play, see which ones work, see which don't. Yeah, just the way I like doing things sometimes. What I'm going to do is just open up True Pianos, start with the chord progression. That way I can make my lead melody. I don't really like making lead melodies unless I have a specific one stuck in my head. I like doing it around chords. I don't really like doing it just rogue. Maybe we'll try B or A sharp minor or something like that. Let's see. Something simple like that, maybe. What the? What are you doing here? This is now a cat party, and I can't control it. In other news, though, these chords sound pretty good. I think I'm going to work off this. Maybe I'll adjust them. Whatever. We'll see. Okay. So now, let's go back to this pluck sound. Let's speed it up. I don't want it to be so slow, so... Okay, I like these chords a lot, actually. So basically what I did is I just had the first also be the fourth. It gives off an interesting feeling. I don't know. I like it. I'm not totally in love with this melody yet, though, so I'm going to keep playing around with this. I like this rhythm a little better. So instead of it just being like ba ba ba, it's like ba, and then there's like a slight pause. Okay, we'll run with this melody for now. Nothing's obviously set in stone, but this is pretty cool. Gives off a cool vibe, kind of like heroic in a way. I don't know. Reminds me of like maybe an uplifting scene in a hero movie. I don't know. All right, so let's start playing around with these layers. Let's see what we can get going here. I'm gonna mute the chords. I really like that layer. I think that's gonna stay for sure. Maybe we'll get rid of the one that we made the melody with. Let's try this one here. Gives it some nice body, so we'll keep that. What about this? This plugs eye, maybe we'll keep it. This lid here's got to go. It's cool, but just doesn't fit, so we'll get that one out of the way. Maybe this sort of clean pluck. Wait, you know what? I don't like this lead, actually. What if we raise it an octave? Nah, I don't like it. Get him out of here. I got distracted, but we were focused on this sort of clean plug. Does this work here? Nah, it's not really doing anything. Get him out of here. Try this one. This sounds cool. We'll keep. Let's try some of these sounds now. Already off the rip. Don't like it. Don't need it. Nah, not this specific one, but a lead like this. To give it some body and just to be more centered because the other leads are going to be really wide and detuned. Okay, this is nice and simple. I think this will work. Perfect. Just gives the lead some nice body. Let's see these other two sounds that I have. Okay, this is going to be like the high super saw. This one's also a high super saw. You know what? Okay, this one we're not going to use. However, it could be cool to use one of these old ones from Nexus. These are iconic here. Yeah, one of these here. Yeah. When I was starting off producing, I used to exclusively use these leads. It's so funny. They're like nostalgic to me a little bit. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll run with Paradise. And then let's see what they sound like now. This is a lot of layers. I'm probably not going to need all of them, but for now, we'll start linking them to mixer tracks. We'll start getting some processing going, and then we'll take away whatever we don't wind up needing. Now that I have these in the mixer and just listening to them, I can tell I don't need lead number 8. Get out of here. See you later. Have a nice day. This is going to be my main lead, though. This lead I like a lot. This is like the sound that I'm after. First, I'm going to try to add maybe more release to this. Okay, that's better. Now, let's mix in some of the other leads. So, we'll do main lead, and the high lead will be prioritized second. Off the rip, I don't want these leads to be noisy. That's something that I am focusing on coming into today's session. So I'm going to EQ out the high end here. All right, this guitar lead is really, really cool. I like this one a lot. So for the guitar lead, I want to EQ the lows out. And then maybe just tame some of these spiky parts here, where it's a little resonant. The loony trumpet lead that I talked about earlier fits really well here. Don't need any of the highs though. This lead is going to help bring some body to the lead stack, and that's going to all be happening in the low mids and mids. So we could chop off all the highs. Don't need them. Low key, I don't really need the simple lead. I'm gonna just mute it for now in case I do need it, but I don't think so. I think the loony lead is kind of doing what the simple lead's doing, and then maybe the trance lead. I'll keep the trance lead for now. Fine. Now we got our lead stack. Let's go ahead and process this, make it sound bigger, better, faster, stronger. So first off, we're going to start with my favorite compressor as of late for these sort of big lead sounds. That's going to be Supercharger. So I basically like compressing it a lot, and then I could just use this wet dry knob till it sounds decent. Now, I want to try Noveltech, and I might want to try GTI as well. Probably GTI first. So GTI is good if you want to make the leads a little more nasally / mid-range heavy. Let's try the Noveltech character. Turning up the dry mix on the Supercharger right now because the Supercharger is so powerful and you don't need that much in my opinion. Otherwise, it's going to sound squashed like it does right now. So I'm just messing with the dry wet. Okay, and then I think I just want to get some reverb and delay here. And delay. Do like a simple quarter note delay or something. All right, and then we'll throw some kickstart for when we need it. So we'll see how these leads wind up working out for us. Let's go ahead and start building the chords and the basses and stuff. I'm messing around with the chords right now to no avail. No luck so far. However, while I'm messing around with it, I'm noticing that the leads are really, really harsh. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a Soothe on there. Alrighty, Heavenly Pads. That is what we need today. This sound might work. Maybe without all that high end. Let's try. One of these frequencies is killing me. I think it's this one over here. Alright, that's a decent pad string for now. Let's go ahead and try some more chord sounds. Tennis court. Oh, that's meant to be. I love tennis. Played freaking 3 hours of tennis today too before I was filming this. Okay, that's meant to be. I'm definitely keeping that then. And we're calling it the tennis court chord. What does that sound like together with the other string? No bueno. Okay, copy. For this pad, let's change up the sound. Let's do something like this. Oh yeah, okay, these work well together. All right, now I'm gonna get one more chord sound in there, and the reason because of the quotes is I don't want it to play the exact chords. I want to just pick and choose certain notes and accentuate them. Accentuate, what the hell? I want to accentuate certain notes, so let's go ahead and do that now. Pulled up Analog Lab, so let's pick and choose the notes that we want to play. Probably something like this. It's kind of like a counter melody, but not really. It's just, again, accentuating. What the hell is wrong with me? Accentuating this part of the melody of the chords. Okay, cool. You know, just for that, I'm naming this the Accentuize synth. That's not even a word. Sure, I'm an idiot, but that's fine. Okay, this is a really cool sound. I do want to go ahead and process it a bit. Okay, so the last chord layer that I actually want to get in there is going to be something that's following the same rhythm as the leads. I don't know. I might make these two the same situation where it's like ba 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 ba. I'm not sure yet though. It might sound good if it's like long, sustained, and angelic, but I do want to get a layer in there. Probably we'll just use this piano from earlier. Let me EQ them. I'm going to roll off the lows here. And then, you know what? Maybe today... Ugh. Sorry, like I mentioned, I played tennis today. I'm super sore. Where was I? Oh, what I was going to say, maybe today, instead of like doing a drop right away, I'll start with like a break. So we'll make the drop here. This could be like a little cheeky build. Sometimes I like starting with a hands up moment or the big synths in the break because it just helps me pick the sounds better sometimes. Now we can go ahead and get a bass in this build up. Now there's one I have in mind. I want this to be very Swedish, like, so think Swedish House Mafia, Alesso, that kind of vibe. And what they do a lot is use these sort of basses. It's called Rave Base. Yeah. I do want to try something because I'm hearing that fourth chord being something different. So I think it's this. So let's just bring in this chord down here. As I'm working on this right now, I'm starting to hear some more ideas. I think it'll sound good if we layer a pluck sound with this piano. Let's pretend there's like, you know, some break stuff here goes into a big hands up moment. So let's get some drums, like build up elements and like an impact. One of my favorite impacts to use in this situation is the orc impact. So let's see how it fares here. So for a track like this, I'm thinking we take a small filter down snare and then filter it up as the build progresses. That might sound cool filtered down. Let's try it out. So we'll do a very simple, you know, something like this, just on every beat. And what does it sound like filtered? Okay, yeah, I like that better. Let's open up the filter as the build-up progresses. Sick. All right, let's get it. Next up is gonna be the Rave Base. This, I'm gonna automate the filter so that it opens up when the build up progresses. We're also gonna have to filter out the lows. All right, let's see how that sounds for starters. The snare needs some compression. We're going to use CLA 76 for this. Let me go ahead and get another build snare in there. I want there to be a faster one underneath the current one. No, not this again. I used to do this all the time by accident, and I used to know how to get rid of this. And I don't remember. Whatever, not a big deal. No, why did I just try to do it again? What's wrong with me? Hello? Okay, let's just get a quick basic rhythm in here, please. Sounds good. Let's pitch it up. Probably off the rip. Let's filter it out. Now let's get some sweeps and risers in there. I know there's a few that would sound good. I definitely want one that sounds like doo, doo, doo. I don't even know what to call that. What does that sound? You guys know it when you hear it. Yes, I didn't know what to call that. Square riser? Alright, that's getting harder. I love these. This is iconic. Can I turn off the like ARP or whatever that's in here? Probably, right? Alright, yeah, cool. I'm going to make my own rhythm. Actually, I'm going to probably just copy the build snare rhythm. I mean, if Nexus calls this a square riser, I don't believe it. It just doesn't sound like a square to me. This sounds like ping pong. I'm calling it ping pong. You can't stop me. We just have to do some of the legwork ourselves, mainly the pitch bending and filtering out and stuff like that. So Okay, that's perfect. Let's filter it out. All right, really happy with this direction so far. I think maybe we could use some festival claps or something of the sorts in the build, as well as a light, airy sweep riser, something like that. This one would work well. Okay, sweep. Oh, and then I said claps. We're gonna offer the Hey Child crowd clap. Yeah, you can see that as soon as it goes away, the buildup loses a little bit of like atmosphere and vibe. So we'll keep that in there. Let's move on to the drop finally. To start off, we're gonna use just a simple noise ride. And we'll do just a simple kick as well. All right, we're going to rock with the MSN Fest kick, and we're going to rock with the MSN Fest ride. All right, time to make a chord group. We're going to add some sidechain here. Yeah, it sounds pretty good for now. We can adjust that later if need be. So now it's time to address the bass in this drop. The bass is going to be really important. This is going to dictate how this drop feels and grooves and drives. And I don't know where I want to start. We're going to just start adding some bass sounds in first. Pretty standard, but... What if we go old school? What if we do a tape stop at the end of every bar? Or, you know, pitch it down every bar. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and add Diablo. Make this bass nice and crazy. That's definitely a good layer. It's going to be our sort of buzzy, standard progressive house bass. We do need a nice roaring progressive house bass, and that's going to give a very aggressive and driving feeling to this drop. So I like Spire for that. Let's go ahead and let's see what we can get going here. I'm curious to see how this one sounds if I add an equality and boost the mid-range a bunch. And then if I add a ensemble or chorus or something like that. Yeah, that's freaking dirty. That's sick. Okay, we're gonna compress this bass a lot and we're gonna distort this bass a lot. Oh. All right, so for, you know, this aggressive bass here, we're gonna roll off the low, or the highs, I mean. A little too noisy right now. And then we're gonna go ahead and get our sub in. Let me copy this rhythm over to the other basses. Yo, I like this a lot. Now we do need a drone for this drop. This is gonna help tie it together, add some more energy, all that good stuff. So we're gonna go to Analog Lab for that. Maybe a guitar, maybe something like this. And then we'll pick a better guitar sound and then we'll run it through a guitar amp. All right, yeah, I love the idea of this. I don't love the melody though. What if we just keep it on F sharp? Instead of going down to C, we'll just keep this on F2. Yeah, I think I like that. I think that's a cool little element to have there. Let's add a pan man to it though. Make it go from side to side. Just sort of space it out in the mix a little bit better. Maybe we can have another atmospheric element, sort of just playing on the 2 and the 4, almost like a snare. That might sound cool. And then there's still a few other elements that I need to add. So let's get it going because I'm getting tired. Let's start with that note that I'm hearing on the 2 and the 4. So maybe like a vocal chop of some sort would sound cool. Oh, no way. He has more energy boosters? Damn, I love these Maybe we'll use them. I'll throw them to the side for now. Yeah, here we go. So stuff like this. And I have it pitched up to C sharp. That might work. That might not. We're going to have to find out. I want to go ahead and EQ this a little bit better so we can tuck it in the mix. And then we're going to throw on Valhalla Delay. All right, now I want to try throwing on Origin. Give it some more character. We will keep this for now. It might work, it might not. I do want to try these energy boosters. All right, so a lot of the meat and potatoes is already here. Obviously, we're going to need to up the energy. We're going to bring some crashes and downlifters and stuff. This one sounds good. We're also going to need like some noise. All right, so I took one of these long sweep and I just reversed it. And I kind of like the way it sounds. We're going to have to EQ out all this. Better. And then that's cool. And then I want to get some crashes too. Okay, we're moving right along. That's not how you spell exhausting. Exhaust. Okay. Moving right along. Now, I like the downlifters. I like the little crash that we added. I need to add, what did I just hear? Oh, I need to add a supersaw in this drop. I think a little bit of extra white noise, a little extra energy would go a long way. And I won't even put it here, I don't think. I think I just want it exclusively for the drop. Okay, so supersaw. We're going to keep things real simple. We'll just go to Nexus. This is like the mecca of supersaws, if you will. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's keep it going. I do want to get in a percussion sound, like a big tom or something, to go along and accentuate the groove of the bass line. Maybe this one. Right here, it'd be cool if we did a little big snare, and the tom was right before it to be like... Oh, this is kind of like exactly what I just talked about. I'm just going to cut off the lows here, but this works really well. All right, slight mixing thing. I think there's a lot of mids piling up in this chord group. Probably going to just compress them using a multi-band compressor. Help tame them. All right, we're nearing the finish line. I've been working on this for a long time now. Let me quickly make some tweaks. We'll meet back here in a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I just finished making a bunch of quick tweaks. Some of the things include adding a build downlifter, a drop riser, a drop impact, and then I think that's the only thing I really did. I think a pre-drop fill also. Yeah, just a bunch of small tweaks to finalize this sort of idea slash demo. Yeah, I'm really tired. It's been, oh my God. It's been like 4 hours. Sheesh. I didn't even realize. Okay, let's take a listen from the top. Let's see what I came up with. Yo, let me tell you something. I would release that, I think. I think that actually sounds really sick. Listen, man, I think that came out really sick, actually. I'm really happy with tonight's session. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and sticking with me to the end. If you made it all the way here, make sure you comment jellyfish. There's a jellyfish on my Apple Watch. So comment jellyfish if you made it all the way this far. I'm curious to see who sticks around until the very end. I'm super tired. It's been like 4 hours. Again, really happy with this. So let's just wrap it up. You guys know the drill. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I upload. Be sure to stay tuned for the Patreon. Very, very excited. And if you guys have any comments or suggestions on what you'd like to see next in Studio Time with Ryos, be sure to drop them down below. But yeah, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.